So, hi, Edward. It's James.
Hi, James. How you doing?
Very good. It's really good to see you.
Thanks. Nice
Uh,
seeing you.
considering it's been how long now has it been since you went upstate, and how long have
It's
you been
it's it's it's,
in
it's going
isolation?
it's going on almost 7 weeks. Yeah, crazy.
It is 7 weeks, right?
For me,
That's
I came up here at the beginning of March.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's around 7 weeks.
It's enough.
Oh, please. I'm
It's
hang.
enough.
I have a listen. I'm very fortunate to have a property upstate New York, which is
Right.
wonderful, and so I'm lucky for that. But I miss working. I mean, we all miss working.
Yes.
And we're under a lot of stress trying to run the salons and get them back up online, and the loans and everything else that we're going through to do this. And my employees, I have 280 employees, so that was a lot
Jeez.
to deal with that in the beginning. We were on phone calls 3 times a week doing that. We just
280 employees is a lot.
Yes, and we just now scaled down the phone calls to once a week on Wednesdays with my
Okay.
staff. So we've been doing it 3 times a week, all those weeks, but it's not necessary anymore. And we scaled it down now to once a week because we have other things on the back end that we have to work on. So that's what we're doing.
So tell me, I mean, you know, you know how I'm doing. I mean, I'm sitting here in New York City in isolation, and
Right.
the reason why we're doing this is because we really care about what, from your perspective, what is going on and what is happening to your clients, to your salon, and to your staff, and it's really to find out how your mood is these days. How is your
Okay.
mood these days?
I'm trying to stay as optimistic as possible, and I'm usually an optimist.
Right.
I'm really ever a pessimist. So I am optimistic that this will end someday, and we will be back to a more of a norm. But that's not going to happen right away. It's going to take time. How much time? We're faced with a lot of new
Right.
government restrictions that
Yes.
we have, and we're dealing with those, and we don't know what they all are yet. So it's a fluid situation. So that said, even just dealing with my staff,
Right.
getting everybody situated so they can know how to handle their mortgage payments, learn how to go on our employment, send out color kits. We've been sending out color kits to the clients. We are technologically a company
No,
that's
stop
based
it.
in technology a lot. We love technology. We were one of the first to have a website up in the country when it first started with Al Gore. So we understand technology, and we're using that technology to keep in touch with our clients. So we're doing
Brilliant.
color kits, and we have virtual consultations going on with the clients. And I got to tell you something: a lot of salons don't have this. So what we're finding is a lot of people are reaching out to us that aren't even our clients, and we're gaining more clients because of that. Because
Correct.
we're the people that are staying afloat and engaging people. So we're gaining more clients by doing that, and it's also important for my staff to stay engaged and stay
Yes.
engaged with their clients. It keeps them sharp mentally. Stops them from thinking and watching the news 24/7, which will make you crazy. I only
Crazy.
watch the news once or twice a day, which is usually when Governor Cuomo is on, and then
Yes.
maybe at 7 o'clock news, just the local news, just to see what's happening
Right.
locally. But barring that, there's too much information, and this one says that one says it makes you crazy.
It's too stress. It's way too stressful. I agree. I watch his I watch Governor Cuomo the speech at night actually. Right
Hmm.
before dinner, I have a glass of wine and I watch it because that's the only
Right.
way I can handle. Otherwise, I
Yeah.
don't watch anything because it's we know what's going on, and it's
Right. Right.
what's happening in New York alone is so upsetting.
Right. And he's calming. The way he speaks and
Yes.
and and his cadence in his voice is very calming. So
Yes.
we enjoy that.
Very well
But
said.
but there is a lot. I mean, look, this is unprecedented. It's something that I never thought I would have to deal with in my life. I mean, this is really crazy,
You're right.
and it's all new. And again, it's fluid because we don't know what the government restrictions are going to be. I know one thing: we're not going to be up to full capacity of a business when we do start up. It's going to look like something like half or less, And how do we deal with all of that? How do we deal with the landlord? How do we deal with the clients and the pent up demand? And how do we keep our clients and our staff safe? What equipment are we going to need to use? Now we ordered masks, we ordered sanitizers, we ordered everybody who's going to have to be barbicide. How did they say? Certified, barbicide certified.
Right.
So to really understand sterilization and all that, we're going to have to be like doctors, because
Yes.
we are as close to the clients as a doctor would be.
Correct. You're intimate with them. This is very personal.
Yes. And believe me,
That's
it's going
all
to be really
about
hard.
innovation.
It's going to be hard cutting somebody's hair with them wearing a face mask. I was thinking about that today. I said, wow, that's going to be a new thing. I'm going to have to practice on my wife to understand what that's going to feel like or be like, because I use a lot of the cues of a person's face
to
be able to cut their hair by.
Right.
Now part of the face is covered up. So there's some cues that are not going to be there, and then sterilization, we're going to have paper robes rather than our normal gown robes that we had. We're going to have paper robes for us to wear.
Yes.
And I ordered these towers that are sterilization towers that we ordered that sterilize hospital rooms. So we're going to have those in the salon.
Wow.
So there's a lot of things that we're looking at. It's a lot of additional costs to all of this. Unfortunately, some of that's going to have to be passed on. I think the clients will understand that for their safety and ours. Some of those costs are going to have to be passed on. There's no other way of doing it. And we're going to just have to take it one day at a time and see how it all works out.
On that point, so that's quite awesome and quite informative as to how you're tackling with innovation as far as dealing with COVID-19.
Right.
Especially on the personal aspect of the client and not being able to. You're going to have to sort out the mask, and it's very comes from a very sensitive place for you to talk about using a mask on your wife to see how, and taking it off and see how that's going to work, so that you can actually go ahead and look at
get a feel for
future. Get a feel for it. So that brings me to the question I have about currently with what we're seeing and what's going on with all of the relationships you and your staff have with your clients and their response to you. What is the most what is the best hair tip you could give a client today?
Well, this is what we're talking. This is what we're talking about. The colorists are getting on virtual calls. We have a platform called Zenodium. They are steered to that platform. We have Zoom, which we use as a platform to do the consultations with, the virtual consultations.
Right.
So colorists are walking their clients through touching up their hair with color and so on and so on. The stylist, I had a question from a well-known anchor. I'm not going to say who, but a well-known anchor, and I'm not recommending for anybody to cut their own hair, because it's a big mistake. And first of all, most people don't have the proper shears to do it with. They'll most likely pull out a paper scissor or something like that, or a cuticle scissor to try to cut their hair. It's crazy. So I'm not recommending that. So what I am recommending, look, there are what I told this one anchor person is that if you take conditioner and gel and you mix them together and you put it in your hair, when your hair is wet, it'll depuff your hair a little bit, so you'll look a little bit better on camera. That was a tip. Other things that we're doing, a lot of people are, who had extensions in their hair.
Yes.
How do I get the extensions are growing out? How do I get them out? So the safest way to get them out is using conditioner. Put it on the extension, and most likely the extensions will slide off. Now they don't have extensions in their hair, right? So the extensions, they manage to get them out. They get them out. But I feel naked. Warren Tricomi sells clip-on extensions. So you can buy a set of clip-on extensions.
Right.
and use the clip-on extensions to give you back the volume that you had before. We're also talking to clients about hair loss. We get questions about hair loss and so on and so on. We recommend Capulus caps. Those are those baseball caps from Capulus.
Yes.
We recommend those. We sell those. We're one of the only salons that does sell them, and we're doctors' offices, but we managed to work a deal with that company, and we're licensed to sell their equipment. So we sell those to clients, and then we recommend Nutrifold vitamins, which is the vitamin aspect, the internal aspect of what you can do to help hair loss. So another way, when we're talking to our clients, the women clients, how is your husband doing? What is his concerns? Is he, well, he's losing his, well, we have the Capulus cap. We have the Nutrifold vitamins. So
Really?
Different ways of making money during this downtime that supports us, supports the staff, because look, those clients want to have a salon to come back to.
Yes.
And if we're not up and running, then what are they going to have? What are they going to do?
Right.
And we're one of the leaders in the business. We are the leaders in the business. So if we can't lead, I mean, where's everybody else?
Where's everybody else going to be?
Right. And there's going to be a lot of businesses that are not going to come back. I mean, listen, I'm struggling with all of this, and I'm struggling with the regulations, and I'm struggling with everything else. And I have big shops, 4,000, 5,000, 7,000 square foot shops. So I can distance the clients in between. We can work this out. But small shops where they have 5 chairs, 8 chairs, what are they going to be doing? Two people. They're going to only be allowed to have 2 people in there, or 3 people at the most. How is that going to work? How are they going to make up their income, and how is that going to be for them? So I think a lot of shops, and there's some of my competitors, I mean, that I've heard, they're not even taking phone calls from their clients. Their clients are just left out in the cold, and they're coming to us. Yes, we've heard this.
Wow,
it's incredible. And I'm not talking small shops. I'm talking about big names, which I'm not going to mention. But they're not responsive. They're not responsive. They've went MRI, on them, and they're just gone. So we've really filled in the gaps there.
I'm so happy for you.
Well, it's not.
And you're innovating. You're innovating.
We're taking lemons and making lemonade. I mean, you gotta come on. I'm a street kid from Brooklyn, baby. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't give in easy.
I don't
give in easy. I'm a tough kid. I grew up in the streets as a kid. I played in rock bands. I've seen everything come down. I've hung out with the best of them. So I ain't going down that easy.
No, nor am I. Not at all. We only just started, and we're building. We're going to build, and we're going to grow. And our whole point of MASAMI being involved in this is because obviously we're going to launch with you, but it's because our soul is about caring, and our soul is about sharing more, and also feedback, communication between people that we know. This is a very intimate industry, and it's so visual, so it's affecting so many people in different ways. That's why we're doing as much as we can. Mother's Day is coming up, so I hope you guys are doing something for Mother's Day.
We hit all the benchmarks as far as that. I have a great social media and marketing team that's on this all the time, 24/7. We that's always in play. I have also my PR company that's in play. So all of those things that we normally do are still in play.
Excellent.
It's just more added on to it.
A lot more, but also more human.
Right. And the technology is something that we embraced. Go ahead.
The last thing I wanted to ask you was, what do you miss most about not being there in the salon every day and being able to go to your different salons in Greenwich and the Plaza and in Soho? What is it? I know it's painful.
What do I miss them? I mean, I am such a social person. I miss the camaraderie that you would have normally with your clients and your staff. I mean, I like getting up and going to do something. I mean, it's, listen, I'm very creative, so I have all my guitars. I was showing you my guitars before. I have all my guitars here and drums, and I can record and do music, so I can keep myself sort of busy with that. And there are some projects around the house that been needed to be done. So we're doing some of that. My wife and I, we're doing some of that.
Oh, that's
and
great. Good.
so that's great. But
Good.
I like to work. I'm a worker, and I mean, I never ever thought of ever retiring. Retiring is not in my vocabulary. I mean, I had a friend. A really funny story. I have a friend, Justin, and he left for Vegas and joined the retirement community. So I said to Justin, "What do you do every day?" He said, "Well, I get in a golf cart and I go down to the golf course and I watch people play golf. I would shoot myself if I had to do that. I mean, no way. Hit a ball around
Not happening.
a thing. Not happening at all for me. No way. That ain't happening. I'm like the Rolling Stones, man. I'm like Keith Richards and Mick. They like to work. They like to get out there in front of the folks and play music and do the thing. And I like to get out there, and cut hair and do that as well. So I don't believe in retiring at all, ever. So I'll cut hair until I can't do it. Until
Yeah.
physically can't do it. Yeah.
Good.
So
Cheers to that.
yeah. So see how long that goes. But anyway, we'll see.
This
We'll
is
see.
fantastic. I appreciate this very much.
You're welcome.
We will do another. We'll do another call together in the
Great.
future, so I can catch up with you and see
Great.
how things are improving, what's shifting, and maybe by then some of these guidelines will have shifted a little bit, and
Right.
something might be developing back in for some salons to be able to go back to work again. I don't know.
I hope
Or
so.
allowing,
I hope they all make it.
I hope so too. All of them, I
So
hope,
do I.
make it, men.
So
Really.
do I. So do I. It's
so-
not easy to see anybody not
Yeah.
make it. Believe me.
No, not at all.
I want to see everybody, being able to go back.
We all
Trust me
have to
when I tell you
rise.
that. Right. Exactly.
I
Exactly.
agree.
Okay, my
Thank
friend. I will talk to you soon. Be
Absolutely.
well. All right.
Thank
Peace.
you.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
weekend.